Welcome to BD Daily Tech News Podcast, your daily briefing on tech and innovation. It's 2026, February 26th, and we've got 3 stories where the practical takeaway is louder than the hype.
I love when you say practical takeaway, because it means I might not accidentally sign my face over to a robot. Also, please tell me Nano Banana is real and not a smoothie you ordered on company time.
It's real. Today, Google rolls out a faster version of its viral AI image tool, Nano Banana. Firefox ships an AI kill switch, and Cisco says a critical bug has been exploited in the wild since 2023. Let's do it in a way your calendar can survive.
Start with the banana. What happened? And why do I feel like my future family photos are about to become legally ambiguous?
Headline: Google unveiled a faster version of its AI image tool, Nano Banana, and it's rolling out broadly, positioned as better visuals, quicker output, and more features reaching free users. In plain terms, the time to image just dropped again, and access widened.
So it's like the line at the theme park got shorter, and now everyone can ride the "Make Me Look Like I Sleep 8 Hours" coaster.
Exactly. Tech behind it, an image model is basically a super-powered autocomplete for pixels. You type a prompt, it predicts what the next chunks of the image should look like until you have a full picture. Faster usually means more efficient inference, better caching, better model architecture, or a smaller model with smarter routing.
Routing sounds like my brain before coffee. Send the hard thoughts to someone else. What do normal people get besides more cursed images of cats as CEOs?
3 practical impacts. 1. Speed changes behavior. When generation is slow, people think. When it's instant, people iterate. More images, more uploads, more sharing. 2. If advanced tools reach free tiers, you'll see a surge in synthetic content in everyday places. Listings, ads, profile pics, even casual screenshots. 3. Workflow shift. Designers and marketers can prototype faster, but verification becomes everyone's job.
So my actionable insight is, trust nothing, and also learn to prompt like it's a second language. Cool. What's the grown-up checklist here?
Grown-up checklist. For personal life, add a source step before sharing images. Ask where it came from and whether there's an original link. For work, set a policy. Synthetic images must be labeled internally at minimum and ideally externally when used in marketing. And if you use these tools, keep a prompt log for anything client-facing so you can reproduce, audit, or defend what you made.
Okay, from bananas to browsers. I saw Firefox 148 introduces an AI kill switch. That sounds like a button you hit when your laptop starts talking about feelings.
What happened? Firefox 148 adds a promised AI kill switch, aimed at people who don't want LLM features in their browser experience. That's notable because browsers are becoming AI delivery platforms, not just window frames for the internet.
So the browser is turning into a mall kiosk that keeps trying to sell me, summarize this page. And Firefox is like, no thanks, I'm just here for the pretzel.
Nice analogy. Tech behind it. LLM features in browsers often mean 3 things: local UI integration, calls to a model, local or cloud, and data handling rules for what gets sent. A kill switch is a governance feature, one control to disable the whole class of functionality, reducing surprise behavior and potential data leakage.
Actionable question. Is this about privacy, performance, or vibes? Because my laptop fan is already auditioning for a jet engine role.
All 3. Privacy. Fewer features means fewer pathways for content to be processed or transmitted. Performance. Less background complexity. Vibes. Users want consent and clarity. Your action today? Open Firefox settings, search AI, and decide on or off based on whether you actually use those features weekly. If not, turn it off and reclaim simplicity.
All right, now hit me with the scary one. Cisco, critical bug, exploited since 2023. That's not a headline. That's a horror franchise.
What happened? Cisco said hackers have been exploiting a critical vulnerability to break into big customer networks since 2023, and government partners urged organizations to patch. The key phrase is since 2023. It implies long dwell time and that defenders may be late to the party.
Explain it like I'm a homeowner, because critical bug just sounds like a spider with admin privileges.
Imagine your office building has a side door that was supposed to be locked, but a manufacturing defect means a certain key pattern opens it. Attackers found the pattern and they've been quietly using it. Patching is replacing the lock, but if they already got in, you also need to check whether they copied keys and hid in a closet.
So patch now is step 1, and step 2 is assume someone is already living in your network, like a raccoon in the attic. What's the realistic to-do list for non-security people?
Realistic list. First, inventory. Confirm whether you run the affected Cisco gear and what versions. Second, patch with urgency, but schedule a rollback plan. Third, after patching, review logs for unusual admin logins, config changes, and new accounts going back to 2023. Fourth, ask your managed service provider one direct question. Did you hunt for indicators of compromise, or did you only patch?
I love that the most adult sentence in tech is basically, did you just mop the floor? Or did you also check if the ceiling is leaking?
Quick recap for 2026, February 26th. Faster AI image generation means more synthetic content and less friction, so add a source step and labeling habits. Firefox's AI kill switch is about consent and simplicity. Toggle based on real use. And for Cisco's exploited since 2023 bug, patching is necessary but not sufficient. Verify exposure and hunt after you fix.
And if you're listening while doom scrolling, today's growth opportunity is boring on purpose. One setting check, one patch check, and one, where did this image come from, before you forward it to the group chat.
If you want more fast, useful tech briefings, subscribe and share this episode with the person who manages the Wi-Fi like it's a family heirloom. See you tomorrow on BD Daily Tech News Podcast, your daily briefing on tech and innovation.